Here we go, Holy Ones. That Lyran flow. That's what we're going to be talking about, is those Starseeds. Lyran Starseeds. I welcome all Starseeds. Machiwa, Holy Ones. Much respect to all of you coming on in. Brave enough to discover, search for your higher selves, your identity, your heritage. I appreciate all my brothers and sisters of light, the ones who choose light, unconditional love, omni love, the sacred universal law of one. Those of you who are choosing non-judgment, because you can see a lot of judgment in the world, even amongst so-called spiritual people. And so this is a lifestyle. And some of the things that we do is we reach for those parts of ourselves, higher dimensional aspects, such as a starseed race. That is part of your mission. Okay, so let me just make sure everything is flowing. Wait, it looks like we have it working, right? Yeah, it looks like it's going now. And I appreciate all the people who have joined the live, and it's a family group, okay? And it's a beautiful thing to have this regular get-togethers, right? And we can share our ideas, our energies, our emotions, share our like-mindedness. And we don't have to agree on everything amongst each other. But we can still peacefully, get along, be friends, be kind, honor each other. So tonight we're going to be talking about Lyran Starseeds, some of the traits of these type of light workers. That's what they are. You're a light worker, an empath, discovering yourself. It's a self-discovery. It's your spiritual journey. Okay, and it's like the never-ending story. It's like a book you open. It's your novel. It's your, it's literally your birthright as well. This is something that is, you will realize some of your higher chakras, activate your DNA template, activate your consciousness. I'll practice meditation, practice all those things that help you activate the deeper, levels of yourself. So I appreciate all of you who are coming in. This is going to be interesting because it's one of the main, you would say, groups. The Lyran Starseeds are one of the main groups connected to humans. Now, we have other friends, of course, but when it comes to the Lyrans, which are what? Cat people. They're feline hominids. They could have different appearances, but they're going to have this cat-looking thing going on, right? So bless the felines. 44 people coming on in. I like that number already. Indigo Wizard, Machiwa brother. And I just want you guys to know that my name is Anunnaki, and these beings are called Anunnaki. And so we don't just call them Lyrans, okay? We call them by their race name. Their race name is Anunnaki, okay? So bless all of you for realizing that within yourself. Now we're like this group effort going on down here, right? UTD Starseeds. Hello, Kevin. Celine Machiwa, Star Sister. Group hug, Machiwa. Beloved 144 in the house. And Rabhadia. Hello, greetings to you, Starseed. Divine. Well, not everyone identifies with that, but that's I assume a lot of you guys are awakening to that within yourself. Que paso, tribe, says Indigo. Giannis in the house. Greetings, Star Sister. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, Loretta D. 40-year-old dork. What up, Star Seeds? And we'll actually talk a bit about what are Star Seeds, you know, just the concept. And about the Lyrans too, of course. Sarah Holder, thank you for being a moderator. Thank you for your service to the community. We have Casa Stars. Good stuff. Love this. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Helena in the house. Machiwa Ninja Stars of Light. Enjoying some Blue Lotus tea. Wow, that sounds good. Why don't you spread the love? Thank you so much, Helena. You're awesome. Mr. Mandizam. Machiwa to you, Holy One. Deborah Overfield. Hello, hello. Divine Soul Essence. Esther 2020. I'm glad you found us too. Now you're part of this frequency. Thank you for holding space with us tonight. Machiwa, you guys. Is AI a bad thing? It can be. Depends on what context you're talking about. When it comes to AI art, that is not Skynet trying to take your soul, okay? There is positive applications of computers, electronics, and AI, and there's negative applications. That's something you would have to find within yourself and do your research about it and make your own choice. Warren B. in the house. So glad to have all of you guys coming together. Sistar of Sacred Light. Divine Soul Evolution. Machiwa Holy Ones. I might as well get this lit, right? Actually, I just use this candle fire. That's good. So we'll get the frequency cleansed, purified, and protected because we use incense. Frankincense has protection and cleansing, and that's the path of the light worker. Spiritual hygiene. Mindful of it, aware of it, working it. Machiwa. I have 2 frankincense. I don't need 2 of them. I was trying to get that gold one. We'll deal with this right now. Benzoin from Sumatra. Yeah, baby, that's always a classic for me. Benzoin, amber, and frankincense, and some copal, white copal. Yeah, baby, we got this. Let's check out some amber. Why not? I always love to flow with amber. Get a little piece of that, right? It's a little piece. There we go. Oops, little crumbs. And this is like a priestcraft. We're priests. Now, I don't know about you guys, but how you visualize a priest, maybe it's from the church type of priest. We're not talking about that. More like robes. You know, people, if you did any type of, I don't know, role-playing, like in the Dungeons and Dragons or fantasy games or something like World of Warcraft, the priests are usually people who wear robes. They can hold staffs. You know, this is something that is, you know, because if you're like a warrior, you're not going to be wearing a robe. You're going to be wearing armor, right? So it's not the church type of priest. We're talking about more of a class, a priest class. And actually, in these teachings, it talks about the indigo children being called, you would say, priest kings, and also magi kings. And so this is part of ancient Egypt, and I want to say that the Lyran Starseeds are going to have a connection there to Egypt. Why do you think there's so many, you would say, Egyptian gods? There's several feline Egyptian gods that are being worshipped. You're not meant to worship, but this is what a lot of the ancient people did. That is something that became part of their tradition. And also realize that back in those days, you would see aliens. It wasn't a secret. It wasn't for like the same type of frequency fence that was around the planet. It wasn't the same quarantine that was happening back then. So we had a lot of activity with extraterrestrials. And so a lot of them are coming from Sirius, Sirius star system. And so that is our heritage, you guys. It was once Lyra. And just remember that we have some really ancient wars in Lyra. It's literally goes back billions of years. So billions of years ago is when the Lyrans lost their home planet. There was actually literally cataclysm, destruction of the planet. And so they moved to a different star system, which was the Sirius B star system. And so our heritage is coming from there, you guys. So we actually went from Lyran to Lyran Syrian, because we have our, you would say, when we started having another race live on Sirius, those races would intermingle. So now you would have hybrid beings, including Lyran Syrians. And that's what we are. We're Lyran Syrians, not just Lyrans anymore. So that is an important aspect to talk about when it comes to Lyran Starseeds. Just realize that most likely you have a whole history, incarnations, all that in Sirius B. Now there is Sirius A, that's mostly the fallen angelic, the negative aliens. Not all, but mostly. And so they're the ones ruling in power, so of course most of them are going to be dark, right? So now we got 55. More master numbers coming on in, flowing. And so this is a big deal for human race, because I will say right at the beginning, you guys, we came in as, it's a multi-dimensional universe. So we call it a multiverse. And it started with the Elohai. Everything in the 15-dimensional time matrix started with the guardians called Elohai. They're the primary founders. Now there's founder races, but these are the primary founders who made them. And so Elohai, blue flame, because there's a gold flame and a violet flame, but we're talking about Elohai, blue flame. They created a race called the Anunnaki. And they live in Lyra. So that's how they got the word Lyrans attached. Because people who don't know the race name, Anunnaki, they're just going to call them Lyrans. But we know better than that, right? So you can call them either way you want, but just realize, appreciate and respect the Anunnaki people. And they also, because they're the first alien race, and I'm going to get people in social media replying to my videos about Lyran saying they're not the first alien race. According to the Guardians, who are 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th dimensional beings. That's who the Guardians are. According to the Guardians, yes, Lyrans are the first extraterrestrial race. As talked about in Voyager's books by Ashiana Dean, it's not about Ashiana. This is actually transcribed by Ashiana. Translated by Ashiana. The teachings are actually Emerald Order. So people try to demonize me, but it's not about me. People will demonize Ashana. It's not about Ashana. Emerald Order stands on its own. The Emerald Covenant, the Guardians, who are outside of polarization, outside of distortion, okay, outside of biology. Okay, so these beings are antimatter, not antimatter, anti, which is hot plasma. It's literally called thermoplasm. And so they're not even hominids anymore with arms and legs, eyes and mouth. They're geometries. They're sacred forms. And so these beings, it was a blue. The Emerald Order is blue flame. And blue flame created, the Elohai blue flame created the Lyran Anunnaki. The Anunnaki seeded a race in density 3 called the Lyran Anunnaki. And the Lyran Anunnaki created a race in density 2 called the Orifim, which is an angelic race. Doesn't mean they have wings, but they're angelic beings. And so the angelic, you would say, Anunnaki, no, I'm sorry, the Orifim, right? The Orifim are the ones who created the angelic humans. And so this is part of our true identity, because you're going to get a false identity in the New Age, saying that the Anunnaki created us. Anunnaki is not the same as Anunnaki. Okay? The reason why they look similar, sound similar, is because they are from both created by the Elohai. But they're not in the Lyra system. They're in the Avion planet. We all came out of Lyra originally, but we all went our separate ways. And so the reptilians went one way, the Anunnaki went another way. The Guardians went to Sirius A, the Lyran Blue Flame Guardians. And so that is a little bit about the background of how we're connected. And you guys, don't forget about the Sphinx. We will talk about that. What is the Sphinx? A feline hominid, or actually hybrid. Okay, it's part feline, part human. That's a hybrid. Okay, that's an extraterrestrial hybrid being represented in a huge giant architecture. You can't deny that's connected to Lyra. That's Lyran, homies. It's a Lyran project. It was the Lyran Anunnaki who created this genetic hybridization on Earth. Machua. And if you guys have a question, please tag me. Looks like we got Divine Soul. Excuse me. Let me get a drink here. Divine Soul. Christos Avatar, are you gathering for any more drum circles in August? I don't know. It's in the middle of... we just found out last week that we're no longer allowed to gather where we used to gather, which we've been doing for 11 years, man. There's never been issues before until last week. Out of 11 years, out of thousands and thousands of people, many gatherings, we suddenly are told that this has been bought by Amazon. I thought it was National Forest. I didn't know, part of the, what do you call it? It's either National Forest or the other one. What's it called? I keep forgetting that one, but it's supposed to be for everyone, but I didn't know it was private property. It's been bought, and now I can't answer you because I don't know. We have to find a new location. Once we have a new location, yes, you can expect it will happen. And if you guys want to know, just look at the Las Vegas Drum Circle News. It's called Drum Circle News Group in Facebook. It'll keep you up to date. Hopefully, it's usually the second Saturday of every month. So it will be September. Wow, that's right after my birthday. September 9, homies, will be the next drum circle. And then, yeah, okay. So, good question. Yeah, Monster Quinn said it. They're the negative ones. And we don't say 100% of Anunnaki are, but the race fell. So yeah. Puzzle Rabbit. Wow, no way. I'm not sure what you were reacting to, but thank you for being here, Puzzle Rabbit. I've seen you before because you have a very unique name. I'm having a road trip. I'm passing through Nevada. That's cool, Holy One. I'm not in Vegas though. So just saying, it takes me an hour and a half to get to Vegas. David Lozano, the Anunnaki only made our ancestors travel through stargates and modified some, but the human race is much more older. Even I would say they followed another evolutionary path. That's not actually the same according to the teachings. The Anunnaki, first of all, they don't make our ancestors travel through stargates. I don't know where you're getting that from. So a human being, any being, can't even go through a stargate unless you have the DNA for it. Okay, so we can go through dimension 1, 2, 3, but you're talking a fourth dimensional stargate. SG4 has been compromised, by the way. So that's why humans are coming through SG6, or I would say indigos are coming through SG6, not SG4. So you can't go through SG4 or SG5 anyways, or SG6, unless you had 4 strands, 5 strands, or 6 strands. You can't have beings forcing you through a stargate unless you're activated to the stargate. Stargates are a huge part of creation. A really big part of creation. So there's actually mechanics behind them. There's science behind them. You just can't go through a stargate unless you can go through a stargate. Machua. They definitely did modify some humans though. This is where the hybrid race called the Nephilim came from. That's modifying us. That's creating another species from our DNA and mixing their DNA. That's what the Nephilim are. And so they visited us. They were attacking us, basically in ancient Atlantis. And it is in Atlantis, also Egypt, because Egypt is part of Atlantis. People don't know this. Egyptians come out of Atlantis. Egyptians are Atlanteans. Okay? And so, but when science doesn't even acknowledge Atlantis, what are we going to do now, right? So, they don't want you to know the forbidden history of Atlantis. They don't want you to know when and how the aliens were active with us. Excuse me. So this is all forbidden history. Not here on this channel. We're talking about the forbidden history. The real actual history that humans are much more ancient, super ancient compared to what we've been told, that we've only been around for 5,000 or 6,000 years. But we have primates or Homo sapiens and Neanderthals and Cro-Magnons, but it's all BS, you guys. Just like you hear about in Tartaria, this whole topic. I should make a video about Tartaria. But people talking about Tartaria realize our history is being literally covered up and changed. Even mainstream history. In the past 100 years, it's being changed. So when the new generations come, they're not going to know the true connection of our heritage or any of that. As long as there's guardians on the planet, hello, indigos, we're bringing that heritage. Okay, this is what we're doing. So they're actually not much more older. Okay, so we were created, and then the Anu Elohim created the Anunnaki, because they created a guardian race called Tyrannium. The Anu Elohim created the Anunnaki to avenge that, to counter that. So we were created around the same time. We were actually created first, but it was just the same period where they create. Let's look that up. What keywords would you use? Well, let's just go look it up and find it. in Voyager's book. This is this, but on the screen. So let me turn on Voyager's PDF. Looks like I have Cathara open. Let me open Voyager's 2. Voyager's 2. Wrong one. I don't know how I opened that one. Okay. So I don't know how to look for it. Let's just put the word Anunnaki, but there's going to be all kinds of Anunnaki. 866 results. That's what I mean. It's going to be hard to find this. Well, maybe if I look at the Jehovian, let me see. No, that's not it. But this is what I do know. The beginning of this book tells you the story, which I'm going to be making a movie out of. A movie, I mean like documentary. Right here. 560 million years ago. Okay. Oh, I think I know how to find it. So we're 560 million years old. And notice right here, I just explained this earlier, how it was the Lyrans. The full name was Lyran Starseeds, though. It was the Lyrians who created us. I just talked about how they created the Orpheum, and the Orpheum created us, and that how we're actually made of all these different races. Originally, on Tara, this is not Earth, this is Tara, we're made of the Brahman, Dra'aman. I can't pronounce, I don't know how to pronounce all of these, but Atoni, Trin Eten, Azertan. Isn't it interesting that Speaker 1 called himself this? No, Speaker 2, I mean. Ashiana's ex-husband. He called himself Azertan, right? Or something like this. Celtos, we know that's the bird people. Adami, Uterans, Luri, Ceres. Oh, that's the bird people. Nedzak Atai, and Melchizedek's. So this was 560 million years, and I think I know how to find it. I gotta look for. It's right next to Archangel Michael. Right next to it. Okay, Jehovian. It doesn't say it, the year. I thought it was going to say the year. But I just know that they reacted, when we were created, they reacted by making a race. It would take me too much time to find it, but it's in this book. It's in this PDF. We're created around the same time. So while I'm here, let's look at, sorry. Let's look at the Lyrans here. You see how we're in a 15-dimensional time matrix. It's God's creation that we're part of. We're inside of it. Okay, so it's 15 dimensions because it's called 15-dimensional time matrix because there's 15 levels of creation. And so let's look at the bottom part of this, and you'll see in the 12th dimension is the Anunnaki feline hominid. A hominid is like a humanoid with arms and legs. So this is like people. And it's cat people, the Anunnaki cat people, from the Lyran star system originally. Now we're Lyran Starseeds, Anunnakis. Remember, this is density 4. Dimensions 10, 11, and 12 is density 4. density universe 4. You can call it holographic universe 4. Same thing. And it's pre-matter, before matter. It's considered liquid light. And they live on Armentana, man. People in a New Age don't know. They know of Earth and they know of Gaia. They have no clue about Tara and they have no clue about Armentana. But that's our forbidden history. That's why they don't know. And we're bringing that forbidden history. So this is 950 billion years ago. But they created us way down here, the Lyran Syrian Anunnaki. They're described as Syrian whites. So they're not going to look, just because these cat people made a race doesn't mean this race is going to be cat people. But it does say in the book, it says feline hominid. They must be white felines if they're called Syrian whites. And once again, that's a reference because we went to Sirius. But the race is referenced as Lyran Syrian Anunnaki in the Voyagers books. And so the Anunnaki lost Armentana. Armentana was destroyed. They did that so they could destroy Stargate. I mean, they're actually trying to destroy Stargate 12, but it destroyed the planet too. So the Lyrans had to flee and go to another planet, and they went to Sirius. And so the Lyran Syrians are the ones who created this race called the Elohim, and they created another race called the Oraphim. Now the Oraphim are the ones who created us, the Turanicium. That's our prototype humans, the original humans, angelic humans. We're not angelic in the Earth system. Okay, this isn't happening in Tara, where we have 12 strands of DNA. And so that's our heritage, you guys. And it's ancient. We're not just from Sumer, okay? We're not limited to Babylon, Acadia, and those ancient civilizations. We're much more ancient. And most people don't consider that we're in a multi-dimensional reality system. And these beings are using stargates. These are stargates, Templar, okay, planetary Templar, there's Sun Templar, Galactic Templar, Universal Templar. Templar just means Stargate. So that's just gives you a visual. We'll refer to that a few times tonight. Thank you guys again for being here. And I have to say that I get trolls on my channels, of course. And I say this publicly because I'm transparent like that. Someone in Instagram said that our moderators are, what do they say? Let me see. I think I might have deleted it, so. Just let me pull it up, you guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there's a bunch of distortions in this. And people might even agree with this guy, but I'm going to be transparent. You are quite literally rambling. You have taken the teachings of one individual, Ashana Dean, and claimed it as fact and truth, and now try to push that narrative in a very egotistical and judgmental manner. So first of all, I am a student. I was taught to teach in the Cathara. I was in ordination in Phoenix in 2010. Ashana teaches you to be a teacher. It's in the title of the biospiritual healing system. It's a teacher's teaching. There's nothing wrong by learning some knowledge from a teaching and then teaching it. Okay, so we can agree to disagree on that. And first of all, I say it plenty of times. We say it plenty of times. It's not about Ashana. It's not Ashiana's teachings. This is the Emerald Order teachings. You'll have people like this trying to demonize these teachings. So they attack the people like me or her or Lisa Renee even, or whoever. Individuals. They'll try to attack the individuals so they can attack the teachings. But they can't touch this. They can't touch unity consciousness. They can't touch the sacred law of one. You can't dismiss it. You can say whatever you want about people, but you're not going to do anything to the teachings, man. And I'm not egotistical or judgmental. We talk about those who are. Machiwa. Whether it resonates with you or not, you have taken one person's perception, which is not one person's perception, is it? Unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, is not a single person's point of view. This is not limited to an earth thing either. This is a universal thing, homeboy. It's not about a point of view on earth even. It's not limited to earth. It's a universal thing. Now you attempt to make money from somebody else's teachings. So we've been through the money thing. This is simply, first of all, social media, content creation is a legitimate business model. It's a legitimate way to earn income. And it's all based on what you call free will. People are doing it, making donations. People are becoming members. People help out because people support their favorite creators, man. Their favorite content creators. Doesn't matter if I'm teaching about cooking or about herbs or about spiritual stuff. You can teach it full time and ask for memberships or donations. That's it, straight up. and we can talk about that all day, man. It's about an exchange of energy. People are exchanging to learn their favorite information and content creators. It's a form of supporting this work, and this is how it works. It's a win-win it's a two-way thing. I create the content, I produce the videos, I spend hours, 100 hours a week plus creating this content, creating a blog, creating the membership area. I'm always adding stuff to that when it comes to the avatar level and up. Okay, it's extra. Some people want those, and plus we have a community for a reason, so people can share that stuff. I don't have to have a Discord chat server with the membership. It doesn't have to have a Discord server. I added that so we can talk and share things, share articles, share pictures, share techniques, share questions and answers. It's a service, man. It's awesome service. And here's the whole point of me bringing this up. You charge people. I'm not charging people for the membership. I just told you that's an add-on service. So to join the Discord group chats where it has been advised, who's doing the advising? It has been advised that you trash talk people. Oh, someone advised you and said I trash talk people. So you're basing this on someone else who was probably kicked off of our chat for a reason. Maybe you're not aware of it, but we got people spamming my chat. Literally 10 times in a row within a couple of seconds, they try to do it. We're not trash talking people. People are trash talking us, just like you're trash talking. You got it backwards, homeboy. And here we are in a live stream. And you may see examples of people trying to troll. And it says that have posed different opinions. Man, we say it right out in the open. You don't have to agree with these teachings. You can actually voice your disagreement in chat. We only ask that you are respectful. And when you're not respectful, we let you go. Straight up. And that's understandable, especially if we give a warning or say, hey, we have specific guidelines of being kind, being respectful to other people's beliefs. From personally attending some of your lives, I've watched you and some of your moderators momentarily bully, mock, condescend, and single out people who have a difference in opinion. You do drugs on screen often. You see how people take plant medicine and make it something perverted or something and label it drugs. But we transmute that. You're being transmuted, Vato. Your attack, this whole paragraph is an attack. I think it's time to wake up to your egotistical, argumentative, and slightly delusional self and drive into some personal self-improvement. You see, I'm completely transparent. This person was blocked, but I'm being transparent, and there you go. And you guys can agree, disagree, or whatever you want to do. You don't even have to, this is something that is something I addressed last time. This channel, let me correct myself. This information is going to be attacked. People are going to attack unity consciousness, Christ consciousness. And I suspect that whoever this person is got kicked off of our chat because they were abusing the system. And now they go to my Instagram and try to abuse that. Transmute holy ones. And I'll end this part by saying, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying or what Ashiana says or even what the Emerald Order says. You don't have to agree. There's no dogma here. You can even voice your disagreement. Once again, and for this person especially, we just ask that you are respectful. That's it. Machiwa. It's not complicated. I love you. Bless you. Machiwa. Let me refresh my screen. And I just want you guys to know, the channel will keep on being attacked, but I'm going to keep on being strong. I'm learning from trolls. I'm learning how to block certain keywords even. My channel, Instagram, was on attack, man, brutally under attack. I had to do something and figure out how to stop it. So just realize that part of my service is making sure this platform is protected. Machiwa. Now, oh wow, I push refresh. I can't see some of the oldest stuff. Alasia Spark. Ashana isn't channeling. You said it, sister. Speak up. You said it. The Ashiana, you'll even hear Ashiana herself talk against channeling. The Emerald Order teachings talk against channeling. It's risky. It's dangerous. And we talk about that. I even made videos about that. Machiwa. Stephen Oswald, brother. Thank you, Holy One. Thank you for supporting this work. Bless you. I know that's not your first time. Stephen Oswald. We got HV as well. Machiwa. You guys are in different countries. We got CA, that's Canada, right? And then we got the Euro sign. So you're in Europe. Bless you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, HV. You're awesome. This is how I survive. This is how I can do 100+ hours a week. Without your support, you would see the video shrink and be small. This is how content works in the world now. Okay? People are specializing in their information and bringing it, and there's an exchange of energy. Many people understand that. Many people don't. And that's okay. We're just going to be moving on without them. So Jamie said it. Unity talking. I don't call myself a king puzzle rabbit, but thank you for that. Thank you, Jamie Hansen. Bless you. People just don't get it, man. They use that as part of their way to dismiss either me or the teachings. Oh, you're asking for money, so you're whatever he thinks, you know. You're not a real spiritual leader. You stop talking, stop teaching. I've had people say that. Stop teaching. Stop talking. Stop yapping. Machua. Yeah, Indigo, you said it. That's brilliant, brother. Why is it that most individuals want to change other individuals other than themselves? Focus on you and your path. And that's beautifully said, brother. And it stems from vampirism, man. It's a form of narcissist. Okay, it's taking this is a normal person. They go to see a channel, it's fed to their feed, either YouTube, Facebook, whatever, Instagram, TikTok, and they see the video. Oh, they don't like it, so they move on. There's another video they don't like, they move on, so they swipe away. These people have issues, man. They have to stay. They don't agree, but they want to stay and make problems. They want to take energy, man. They're attacking. They're aggressive. They're negative. They want to, this is their projection. This is what they're sending in the world. You can actually disagree and still be loving and kind. That's not what that person was. Did you see any loving and kind comments? Free White Dove. Patty Paparazzi. You said it, Patty. And I'm sure you're going to be attacked too when you start, you're going to find any of you guys, like Celestial Presentia too, I know she wants to teach. When you guys start to teach, I always tell you to be mindful that you might be attacked, but stand in your light. Stand in your power. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to constantly be attacked. I'm going to constantly be transmuting and protecting myself. And you guys, if you want to send protection, that would be awesome too. But I do my protection as well. Elijah Spark. Yeah, you don't want to focus on the spammers, but they come in and spam 10 times in a row. It's not focusing. It's dealing with it, this problem. You will see platforms, channels be destroyed by it. You don't just ignore it. You address it. Okay? So that's what we're doing. We're proactively transmuting and addressing it. Stardust Goddess. Soul Sisters of the Violet Flame. You rock, she said. to our sister, HV. Christy. Bless all of you guys. It looks like Free White Dove is getting lit. You're doing drugs. This sounds so ridiculous, right? So thank you guys to come into this conversation about the feline cat homies. Our feline gangsters in the 12th dimension. Okay? That's where it all started. It started somewhere, and it started in the 12th dimension. So you realize that there was the blue flame. And it is spherical. Just like the planet is spherical. The blue flame, the spherical energetic system, inside of it created the gold flame. Inside of the gold flame, they created the violet flame. So it did all start with the blue flame, Elohai. Then gold flame, Seraphi. And then violet flame, Brahmarama. It is the blue flame who created the first race called the Anunnaki in the 12th dimension. I think the 12th dimension precedes 11. Okay? So then the 11th dimensional beings, Seraphi guardians, created the reptilian races, the bird people, the mantis, the dinoids, the insectoids. And then the other races came out of there. The violet flame were the dolphins, whale people, the aquatic apes, the pegasi. If there's pegasi there, I'm pretty sure there's deer there. So this is part of, realize that we're coming out of the blue flame though. And that's tonight's topic, is the Lyrans coming out of the blue flame Elohai and serving it. The Emerald Order, that's what the blue flame is. It's the Emerald Order. Let me show that real quick. There it is, right there. The blue flame created the 12-dimensional Lyrans. And notice it is blue. I made all the blue flame races emerald blue. It's the blue flame is actually literally called pale turquoise. So the pale turquoise beings. And they're called Elohai. Emerald Order. Emerald Covenant for life, homies. The Royal House of Armatena. Okay? And so this is how it goes down. This is what it is. I just wanted to show that real quick. And we have the red ones on the blue flame side. Who fell? The Anu Elohim, who created the Jehovah Anunnaki as revenge, because the Anunnaki created because the Anunnaki created the Ternesium, the Anu Elohim went and created the Anunnaki. And the word, according to the Anunnaki language, according to the Guardians, Anunnaki means avengers of Anu. Hello, Anu. Avengers of Anu. And so we're countering that. This is the guardian aspect. This is the fallen angelic aspect. And this is a Elohim family. An Elohim family. Machiwa. So we're cousins, not brothers and sisters. They're related, but not directly related. Kind of like, the genealogy, Elohai at the top created two races, Anunnaki and Anu Elohim. The Anunnaki is where the humans come. The Anunnaki come out of the Elohim. So there is some connection at the top here between the two races, but they're separate family lines. But you're going to have Anunnaki, you're going to have New Agers saying the Anunnaki created us. Because it says, because Billy Carson says, because some ancient tablets say. Actually, the ancient tablets, well, they talk about Enki, Enlil, Marduk, and what happened. But the Guardians talk about Sumer was an Anunnaki culture. Machiwa. No wonder they're following Anunnaki gods. Robin Kirk, thank you, Holy One. But yeah, so thank you guys for being here. Let me light some more incense. I want to say that most of the Lyrans, like some of the traits that you guys have, like natural leaders. I have some notes here with me. Lyran Starseeds often exhibit leadership qualities. They possess a natural ability to guide and inspire others. Their leadership style is not about control, but about empowering those around them. So if you have this type of trait, it could be a sign that you're a Lyran Starseed. And, the feline animals on our planet, like lions, tigers, bobcats, lynx. You guys name more cat varieties, right? In chat, if you would. Realize that these are smaller DNA templates of the Lyran extraterrestrial people. So we think them in our distorted thinking, in the human distorted thinking, we think they're lesser than us, or they're not as important as we are. Or they think that concept that we're coming from cats are ridiculous. You guys, maybe at the top level, they were cat people, but they were less cat people by the time they get to density 3, and even less and less. Our DNA was mixed with 12 different races. It's not going to look like cat people anymore. But just know our higher DNA is connected to them. So people can make jokes and be immature about it, you know, because mostly I see that crap coming on Instagram. But I can't ignore Instagram because it's my biggest channel. It's like 170,000 people plus. And so, yeah. But yeah, you could not, maybe you don't like cats for whatever reason. It's just some little 3D thing, right? But it doesn't mean you're discounting your Lyran aspects. So we'll go through some of the characteristics and traits. Creative and artistic. Creativity flows effortlessly through Lyran Starseeds. They are drawn to artistic expressions. I mean, I smile because I know that's part of what I am. Whether in music, art, writing, or other forms. This creativity is not just a hobby. It's a key aspect of their soul's expression. And that is definitely a hardcore one for me. And you guys, as I talk about some of these traits, please write that in the chat. If you connect to that in your own personal life and show an example of it, like talk about an example of it. Here's another one, you guys. One of the traits that if you have in your life, you could be a Lyran Starseed. Intuitive and empathic. With a heightened intuition, they can sense emotions, that's like empathy, and undercurrents in their surroundings. This makes them extremely empathic. They are often the ones people turn to for understanding and emotional support. And think about that, you guys. That is some trait. You know, the Lyrans. If you look at their point of view, we're like a lower version of them. So of course they're going to be full of empathy for us and want to help us and care for us, or assist in our evolution. And so this is one of the traits that come along with that. And we all have different 3D traits and personalities, but our soul is going to usually reflect some of these common qualities in our people. So, are you a starseed? Here we are talking about this in 2024. Mapia Maria. Undercurrents, yet when they want to get rid of you also. Wait, are you talking about the Lyrans wanting to get rid of you? The Lyrans are 12th dimensional guardians outside of distortion. The original Lyrans, the Anunnaki, they're out. They don't have distortion. They're not trying to get rid of you. I don't know what that comment was about. Ocean Rain, cool name, right? Love, peace, awareness, Lemurians. Yeah, Lemurians. That's another conversation, right? Indigo Jamie, empathy. I filter a lot of emotions every day. Wow, that could be a blessing and a curse, yes? To be dealing with so many people's emotions. And I remember my girlfriend, it just came in my mind, so I'm going to share it. My first girlfriend, my first love. You know when you're a teenager and you fall in love, it's your first love. She was my first love, and you could say she was very empathic, and I didn't even know it then. So I wasn't spiritual like back then. I wasn't psychic back then. But she was very empathic, and I think she was a Lyran. And not just because of that reason, but for other things, right? So, but yeah, you can see those qualities in the people that you know, probably in your spiritual community, probably in your family even, maybe, or within your own life. You'll see expressions of that. Clues, signs. So this is why we look more into that. Maybe we find a connection with the Lyrans, or some, a lot of people identify with Pleiadians or Arcturans or Syrians or Orions, right? So we're all going to have a little bit unique, different qualities. And by the way, the picture that I made for the video is one of my art pieces. I don't use other people's art for my pictures of my videos. I make my own. And so if you're interested in feline artwork, Lyran cat people artwork, please look at the Etsy link below. I have made a few of those, and take a look. And that's another way you can support this work. Thank you. Another quality that you could check for, if you have or not, is these Lyrans are typically passionate and determined. When they believe in something, their passion is palpable. This determination makes them unstoppable in pursuits that align with their soul's purpose. They are not easily swayed by opposition or challenges. I can say that. You heard me today. I'm not swayed by trolls or haters, okay, or aggressive people, negative people. It's not going to stop me or make me shy or timid or worried or afraid. I'm going to stand in my light. I'm going to stand in my Lyran power, you could say, and follow through with my mission. Follow through with what I'm here for. Same with you guys. Same advice. Don't allow other people to sway you. Be passionate. Be determined. Have conviction in what you believe in. Why would you worry about what other people think? But that's natural for a lot of humans. They are worried sick about what someone might think or react or say. You guys, that is something that you could heal and improve upon, because we're not meant to be subjects to other people's will, right? So that's what this quality is basically saying. You're determined, you're passionate, you're not going to be swayed by other people. It's not an ego thing. It's just you protecting your space, boundaries, not allowing people to take you off target. Just like I just mentioned earlier, people are going to try to take this information off target. You're going to try to demonize it. They'll try to demonize you. Some people don't want to see you awakening. That reflects on them and how they're not awakening. And so they will come up with bring up all these judgments, all this insecurities about themselves, and project it out here. Project it on you. Project it on anyone who's willing to listen. So that is a bunch of 3D stuff that hopefully a lot of you here have already gone beyond. But if not, then keep on working on it, because you don't want to be a victim of the victimizer game. We can't claim that as an excuse, you guys, that we're a victim. You take yourself out of that and be independent in that regard. Be passionate and determined. Have conviction in yourself, and don't allow others, which are vampires. Anyone trying to do that to you guys is a narcissist, is someone who's an energetic vampire. Someone who maybe they're not even aware of it, but that's their traits in themselves. Here's another possible trait that you could be sharing if you're a Lyran Starseed. Independent thinkers. Lyran Starseeds value their individuality. They are not afraid to think differently and often challenge the status quo. Do you find yourself doing that, Holy One? This independent thinking is crucial in their role as a catalyst for change. And that's what I usually describe starseeds as. Wayshowers, trailblazers, okay? And that would require independent thinking. And it's kind of related to what I just already said, that you're not letting some other group or person or organization, feed those ideas for you. Just like a lot of people, we're basing our decisions on our parents or, our parents' expectations or our mates' expectations. We're living our life for someone else. So I see that in marriages, even in my own family. The woman is wearing the pants or the man is wearing the pants. It's not some equal thing. Why? There's distortions there. So be an independent thinker. Try it on. Okay? I know a lot of people are grasping and relying on someone else, something else. Don't have that crutch, you guys. It's going to show itself in an ugly way in your hologram. So we want to be independent thinkers. We're about unity, yes, but there's so much distortion down here that you're going to have people pulling at you. And so be mindful, be aware of that. It doesn't mean trigger to someone else being negative to you and you start going down to their level. We need to learn how to transmute that, right? Machua. Heidi said it. Taking the road less traveled is me. Okay? Not the mainstream. We're not trying to go on mainstream. We're trying to... you will find that the mainstream is usually what is distorted. Okay? It is this bandwagon thing. It's this... you feel safe because everyone else is doing it, or you feel like it's normal and something that is not. Someone who's out on their own is not, or you are suspicious of an independent thinker, right? So, Celine said it, we're improving every day. And we're not claiming to be masters. We're not trying to be better or chosen over others. Okay? We're not perfect. And we acknowledge that within ourselves. We know that we're not. And we're not going to act that way towards others. And we're trying to, but we are trying, it's 144. Someone put that in chat. 144, baby. We're trying to be, we're aiming high for our higher selves. Pulling in our higher consciousness into our 3D expression, our 3D hologram experience. Bring in that and speak those higher point of views and perspectives and energies, and that is that you become what you're doing is you're bringing in your Lyran guardian self to your 3D persona, Machiwa. You said it, Holy Ones. 144 divisible by 3 trinities. I see trinities. And so the next quality that we want to talk about is for Lyran Starseeds is spiritually inclined. This is there is an innate spiritual depth to Lyran Starseeds. They are often drawn to exploring the mysteries of the universe. Do you find yourself doing that? Are you interested? Someone else will think you're weird. Get your head out of the stars. Stop dreaming. Huh? Why would you tell your kid to stop dreaming? That's a distortion of the parent taking their own experiences, putting on their kid. What's up? Their spiritual pursuits are integral to their existence. And so it's a big part of you. Spirituality is important to you, Lyran Starseed. So you take it serious, even if your family doesn't, even if your mate doesn't. You're following through on your own soul level. You resonate with it, and this is your connection. You guys who are subscribers, you agree with all of us, part of this, that, these teachings, talking about law of one, talking about unity, talking about Christ consciousness, we agree to that together. This is like you can find in your own family. I find that they're not spiritually interested or spiritually inclined. They're used to following the church, used to following the priest, used to following Yahweh, Father God, used to following an Archangel Michael, used to following Galactic Federation, used to following, used to worshiping, used to being subservient. Hello, independent thinker. Hello, spiritually inclined. Hello, passionate and determined. Okay, so we go beyond that. We're not limited to that. We are spiritually inclined. It is important to us. I find myself as the focus of my life. Like I said, like Celine said, we're not experts. We're not masters. We're trying to improve ourselves. And look at how many people are not. Awakening or going on some journey of improvement or not having spirituality in their life. That's their choice. This is our choice, Lyran Starseeds. Our spirituality is very upfront in our lives. We're actually trying to repattern our 3D life after our higher selves, spirituality, and higher aspects. This is why we're opening higher chakra and connecting to our higher selves so that we can bring in that understanding, that wisdom, that point of view. We're multidimensional beings. And so you have every incentive to connect to your higher selves. Machiwa. The next one is strong physical presence. They often have a commanding physical presence. It is not just about looks. There's an aura about them that draws attention. This presence can be reassuring and inspiring to others. So it's not about some beautiful model. That's not what we're saying. Looks, we're not talking about the superficial, what's on the outside. You can see someone who's not all handsome or beautiful. Someone who carries themselves, who has a presence, who's standing like a guardian. It's not a place of ego or a place of I'm better than you. It's a simple presence. And you will recognize that in their appearance, like how their body language is, how they carry themselves. There's a specific thing that you can perceive in them in that way. So let me... Little alien, what's up, homie? Good to have you, Star Sister. Thank you for being a moderator. Chantel Sheldon said it. No government, no religion or family. Wait, did I miss part of your conversation? I don't follow anything or anyone too. Free. There we go, Star Sister. Now I get it. Okay. We don't need to follow governments. We don't need to follow religions. We don't need to follow family. We can love our family, but it doesn't mean you're going to be forced to go on their expectations. How many parents do you have? I'm not saying my parents, but some of you, my parents wanted me to do whatever made me happy. They were good like that. Maybe you have different kind of parents. Your family, your father, mother, or both of them expect you to do a certain life path. Why would they choose what you're going to do, right? Or expect what you to do? Like the jock father wants their jock son, or they wants their son or daughter to be jocks. I see that in my cousins. They all followed suit. They were all baseball players. They were all athletes. If you had some type of musical inclination or creativity, nope, that's not in this family. You're a baseball player. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever your family or expectations are, or whatever maybe it's someone else, like someone you know or respect, trying to put that on you. Ocean rain. I don't get all of the conversations. I mean, I didn't get to read the previous ones. Forgive said it. We should all follow the teachings of Christ and ascend in Christ consciousness. You said it, Holy One. But when we talk about the word Christ, to us it means Christos, which is a level of consciousness, specifically 12th dimensional consciousness. And when you're Christed, that means you're able to leave the time matrix. Christed means you have the ability to just, see ya. Already been there, already done it. I'm done. You're ready to move out of the time matrix and go back to the eternal collectives of consciousness, of eternal joy and bliss, right? No distortion, no polarization. But if you're stuck beyond out of your 12 strand, you can't leave yet. That's why we have to go through all these levels and activate ourselves. Okay? So if you have people pulling you down, you're not going to reach those levels. This is why you want to be, like our brother sister said, be independent thinker. Don't follow other people. Follow means like, I need to follow someone. You don't need to follow someone, you guys. You can be critical thinking for yourself. You can make decisions for yourself. If you're not used to doing that, you can become that. You can learn how to do that. There's no reason for anyone to not be able to learn something nowadays. You can teach yourself. You can learn how to do it. The tools are easy now. It's much easier. And why would you need a degree? If you're interested in something, you don't have to go to a college for it. Teach yourself. Some of our most brilliant thinkers taught themselves. Stayed at home and just learned through books, or now we have internet and all this databases to learn from. So let me continue on with this. The next quality of starseeds, which is one of the last ones, but you can always find different input on what are some traits. Deep thinkers. Are you a deep thinker? I know I am for sure. I do something every day, almost every day, called mastermind thinking. That's where I go into myself and look at my life, look at my goals, look and perceive how everything is going. And then I look into ideas that I may want to manifest in the world. And I work on that every day. I'm into deep thinking. Are you a deep thinker? With a tendency to ponder life's big questions, these Lyran Starseeds are often seen as philosophers. Their thoughts and insights can be profound, offering new perspective on various aspects of life. I know within my own family, people will think that about me, that even if they don't understand me completely, they know that I'm always got unique perspectives that they could, get a unique point of view from. And so it's not about what other people see you as. It's just that you see yourself. You're actively going for walks and thinking. You're actively meditating and thinking. You're thinking about deep stuff, man. You're a deep thinker. And it is one of these several traits that we talked about tonight. And of course, there's many more. Just to review what we talked about. This is just a review. You have a natural ability to lead and inspire. You feel a deep connection to creativity and artistic expression. Any of these, you guys, 1, 2, 3, 5, most of them, you have a heightened sense of intuition. You feel strongly about your beliefs and values. You feel a strong sense of independence in your thoughts. you are naturally drawn to spiritual and mystical pursuits. You possess a commanding and magnetic presence. You often engage in deep philosophical thought. You experience a deep sense of empathy and compassion. You often feel like an outsider. Your fascination with the cosmos and astronomy is strong. Hello, Starseeds, Star Trek, Stargates, aliens, UFOs, galaxies, nebula. I mean, even when I was a teenager, I was making paintings of space, of other moons, other worlds that were not Earth, other worlds. My mind was always seeing and thinking about other worlds. That's why Starseeds and Lyran Starseeds are really into space, outer space, other worlds. We're into science fiction. We're into that kind of stuff. We're weirdos like that. That's what other people see us as. We're not weird. That's just the way we are. A strong desire to help and heal others. So this is some ideas, you guys, just to get an idea, right? And one of the things I want to say, what I've talked about before, is when you want to know who you really are, you learn how to go inside to your higher chakra. If the Earth system is the first, second, and third chakra, anything above the third chakra is what you want to work on. You want to work on the heart chakra, the fourth green ray. You want to work on the throat chakra, the fifth blue ray, and the third eye, sixth chakra, indigo ray. If you work on the heart, the throat, and the third eye, that will help you remember who you are. Because that is called the soul matrix. The soul matrix is your density 2 universe selves. You live 144 soul levels. You have 144 souls. 12 souls incarnating 12. You have 12 oversouls incarnating 12 souls. So that would be 12 times 12. You have 144 souls in your entire family. But your immediate family would be 12 souls. And so people just really don't understand soul from religion or even New Age. But in these teachings, you're going to learn what that really is. And that is the angel level and the archangel level. Soul over soul. It's a level of consciousness, a level of body matter form. And so I after talking about the Lyrans tonight, I want to give a poll, you guys. Let's do a poll, okay? And anyone can answer it. No one's going to see what your answer was. It's not a secret, but, it's not, no one's going to know. Create a poll. Start a poll. Yes. Are you a Lyran Starseed? Did you notice that's the name of the video? Are you a Lyran? Getting the disconnect notice and getting the reconnection notice. And you guys, you can put, I don't know. I'm going to have that as an answer. Yes, for sure. I don't think so. I'm Pleiadian. That's fine too. And then there's a section of people who just simply, I don't know. And that's okay. And share your answer in the chat if you want, so people can talk about it and celebrate together. 100% say yes. 70%. Now it's 65%. So it's going to go like this and teeter-totter until it finds its right there. You see it doing it? It's around half of you. And that's okay. Stephen Oswald, Mochiwa. And it's better to be honest with your answer, not trying to be agreed with everyone else. Be an independent thinker, Lyran Starseeds. 55%. I like that master number. You guys, I want to say that I feel like I am a Lyran Starseed for sure. And I've had other people who are psychic and spiritually aware, awakened, who said that about me too. So they would say they saw me as a Lyran. More than one person. I could say dozens of people have told me that. And so I'm not relying on that because I see it within myself, but it's always nice to have confirmations, right? And so basically, you guys just know that the inner Christos teaches that the Lyrans are at the Christos level. The Anunnaki cat people are originating at the 12th dimensional level. You saw on the diagram. So this is they are the Christos. You could say they are Christos beings. It doesn't mean only cat people are Christos beings. It just means that they were created in the 12th dimension, so they're starting there. And so they are Christic beings. And so just realize that we have a heavy influence down here, even though they're way up in the 12th dimension. And as we talked about tonight, just because there's a 12th dimensional cat people, well, there could also be other cat people in lower dimensions. But just like our felines down on our Earth planet, those other ETs would be related to the higher ones. All felines are connected to the Lyran Anunnaki. But the Lyran Anunnaki, let me show something very unique. This is really cool because it has to do with the DNA. So let me show that on the screen. Okay, so let me put it on the screen so you can see me do it. I like to be transparent. All right, so there we go. Let's look at the Lyran. Okay, at the top level, the old documentation calls them holographic universe. It's the same as density universe. And that's where the Lyran Armatena beings are. So that's Elohai created the Lyran. So they're talking about them having 30 to 48 strands of DNA, which is called Emerald Sun DNA. Humans have Diamond Sun DNA. Well, it doesn't say it on this little inset, but you guys know from the time matrix diagram that that's where the Azurites are, that's where the Orifeme are, that's where the Tyrannium are. And I would just show that real quick as well. That's because there's a lot of activity happening in density 2. This is, let me get my keyboard straight. A lot of stuff happening in density 2 when it comes to our Earth drama. But yeah, that's where we got the, oh, actually Lyran Syrians are in density 3, but those races I just mentioned, Azurites, density 2. Azurites are in all dimensions, but, I mean densities, but their main focus is density 2, and the Orifeme and the Tyrannium. So we got a lot of stuff happening from Tara level, and so I just wanted to show that. Let me go back to the PDF. Oh, okay. Yeah, so, well, actually, I'm done talking with that, so let me bring it back. Oh, wait. Yeah. So, if most of the humans are only 2-strand or 3-strand, right? just realize that in those levels, in those dimensions, in those universes, these beings have 30 to 48 strands of DNA. That's crazy, right? Because indigos, well, some of the indigos have less than that, such as the 24 strand indigo type 3s. But some of them have 36 strands, some of them have 48 strands. So some of them, there's only a few beings that have 48 strands, you guys. A few as in the ones that we are aware of. Most of the people that we deal with are density 2 levels of these beings. And by the way, that's your density 2 level as well. You exist here on Earth, but you also exist on Tara, and you also exist on Gaia and Armentana. All in the now, in the present now. Have presence, have mindfulness, have awareness of the now. And so we exist simultaneously in different frequency vibrations. We're at this vibration. Our other selves are in faster vibrations, frequencies, and dimensions. So this is just perspective. Know that guardians coming from these higher levels have a lot more consciousness and DNA. And so, once again, we're not meant to worship them. But I want to point out that a lot of Egyptians worshipped them. Let's look at real quick. I just want to make that query real quick because some of their names, I haven't memorized all their names, so let me... Bastet. What is Bastet? It's a goddess, an Egyptian goddess that looks like a cat. The goddess of home, fertility, childbirth, and women's secrets, as well as the protector of the household and cats. Bastet is often depicted as a lioness or as a woman with the head of a lioness or domestic cat. So this is a real being, dude. I mean, guys, dude, being worshipped in ancient Egypt. Okay? People will have made some ridiculous comments on some of my Lyran, once again, Instagram. Some ridiculous comment. Well, actually, this happened on Facebook too. People think you're schizophrenic or you need to take meds, or they make these stupid, ridiculous comments. If you're talking about cat people or any spiritual topic, really, but they'll definitely pick on you if you're talking about cat people. But then look, hey Vato. They're going to say that all the Egyptians were on drugs and on shrooms and they're all schizophrenics? Because they were talking about cat people. It's in Earth history. They're talking about cat people. They make statues of cat people. They're in Egyptian hieroglyphs. The cat people are real to a lot of humans. In the present, in the past, they worshipped Sekhmet. It's a warrior goddess and goddess of healing, often depicted as a lioness or as a woman with the head of a lioness. Sekhmet represents the fierce and protective aspects of the sun. Are you going to say the Egyptians were taking drugs? Right? All these comical, immature people saying stupid, ridiculous things. Foolish, being foolish, acting and talking foolish. They just show their maturity level. They just show themselves as little kids, even if there's some grown-ass man making these stupid, immature little boy comments. Mafdet, an early feline goddess who is often associated with justice and execution of the wicked. Mafdet was depicted as a woman with the head of a cheetah, lynx, or other wild cat, or as a feline herself. Hello, these beings were being worshipped as divine and holy and sacred. Tefnut, a goddess of moisture and rain. sometimes depicted as a lioness or as a woman with the head of a lioness. She was associated with fertility and creation. Let me see. I can make another query. What other religions worshipped feline beings, right? What other religions worshipped several other religions and cultures have worshipped or revered feline beings, and you want to say they're all schizophrenics and that they're all on drugs? Because that's what people are saying. You want to call the Egyptians, you want to call the Hindus, you want to call the Norse and the Chinese and the Incan all schizophrenics and drug related? It's so BS, man. It's been sacred to people. In Hinduism, there's a being called Durga. Well, actually, it's a goddess often depicted riding a lion or a tiger. And it talks about Parvati also riding a lion or a tiger. This isn't answering exactly what I asked, but it's still relating to the cat people. Sacred. Seeing cats as a symbol, as a connection to the divine. And our cats, I'm talking now animal cats, aren't pet cats known to be seeing astral world? They can see spirits and you can't. They have special vision and that you don't have. They can see things and react to them. There's plenty of videos online of cats tripping, man. They're staring at something, but you don't see it because it's not shown on the camera, but the cat sees it. And what's this whole thing with cats being connected to shapeshifters? Okay, you have werewolves, but you have cat beings, shapeshifters. Yeah, which is done either by ETs, hello, or by magic. In Norse mythology, the Norse goddess of love, beauty, Freya, rides a chariot pulled by two large cats, often thought to be lynxes or domestic cats. Chinese mythology, Li Shuo, an ancient Chinese deity depicted as a feline or associated with cats, cats were revered in ancient China and their ability to predict crops. Oh, they must be on drugs. They all must be tripping on shrooms, right? And you will see me call these people out, or I'll just freaking block their ass, right? Inca religion, Pachamama. What? Pachamama. While not directly a feline, the jaguar was revered. It's feline. Why are they saying the jaguar is not feline? The jaguar was revered as a powerful spiritual animal. In Inca culture, the jaguar represented strength, leadership, and connection to the divine. Actually, you guys, when I went to Peru, Machu Picchu, Peru, they had sacred animals. And one of them was a puma, a cat, a feline, also sacred. Once again, these divine feline beings. You see there we go, my brother, Jaguar Child. What's up, Jaguar Child? I can see why I just made that under connection. He calls himself Jaguar Child. And when I was at his house, I said, man, you guys are all Lyrans. His whole family are Lyrans. Maybe they don't connect to that, but Jaguar Child does. What's up? Oh, yeah. Once again, back to the Inca thing. Connection to the divine. Pachamama. Maybe I'm not saying that properly, but I'm just reading it. Meaning mother tree is sometimes depicted with features of a jaguar. Mayan religion. I can't pronounce this. Ixchel. The jaguar, again, is also a prominent symbol in Mayan religion. Ixchel, the goddess of child. It's spelled I-X, and then second word C-H-E-L. The goddess of childbirth and medicine was sometimes depicted with jaguar attributes. The jaguar itself was seen as powerful and mystical animal, often associated with rulers and shamans. And once again, the Aztec, another jaguar thing. An Aztec god often, Tezcatlipoca, an Aztec god often associated with jaguars. What am I saying, vatos? Okay? People historically have seen these beings as sacred and divine. In artwork, in sculptures, in hieroglyphs, it's in their spiritual texts. Okay? It's not so crazy and ridiculous to talk about divine cat people beings. Okay? This just shows the maturity or the immaturity of people on earth, where they just can't talk about this in a mature adult manner. When there's a whole bunch of starseeds, hello, indigos in the house, who relate 100%. And in the chat tonight, there's 59% of us who resonate as this feline starseed homie. What's up? Cats are ninjas. Dude, I swear. You get videos in your stream sometimes. I watched a video and it was just about cats punking dogs. Like the dogs were scared to death to walk by the cat. And so, because the cats, of course a big dog can F up a cat, but I'm just saying, it doesn't matter if it's big or medium size or small, some dogs are scared of cats, man. Because cats, they make this freaking crazy noise when they growl. They make a crazy freaky noise when they want to mate or fight. I don't know which one it is. Are they fighting or mating or threatening? I don't know what they're doing. You'll hear them in the middle of the night make this eerie freaking alien sound. What happened to my cat? What's my cat doing? What's the cat doing, huh? I want to know what's the official word of that. What is it that the cat's doing? What is the weird thing what is this? What is the name of the weird thing that cats make in the middle of the night? It doesn't have to be the middle of the night, but that's most of the times I've heard them. The weird thing that cats often do in the middle of the night is commonly referred to as the midnight crazies or zoomies. I had no idea it was called zoomies. This behavior typically involves sudden bursts of energy where cats may run or what? That's not what I was talking about. I meant the weird growling sound. Almost alien sounding. Caterwauling. The weird growling, almost alien sounding noise that cats make, especially in the middle of the night, is often referred to as caterwauling. See, I would have never known that. That's why I had to look it up. Caterwauling is can you imagine? Maybe those Lyran cat people make some noise like that. It's a loud wailing sound that can be quite unsettling. Yes, that's what I meant. Cats typically make this noise for a few reasons. Mating calls. That's what I was thinking. Maybe a mating call. Unspayed female cats in heat often caterwaul to attract. Wow, that attracts another cat. Territorial behavior. Cats make caterwaul, if I'm saying that correctly, to signal that they're defending their territory. Especially, that's the ones that I think that's what I witnessed. Because they sounded threatening when they did it. Oh, distress or pain. A cat may caterwaul if it's in pain, discomfort, or feeling distressed. Attention seeking. Some cats caterwaul to get their owner's attention. Oh, the owner's attention. I usually see two cats doing it to each other. And so I always like tripped out on that when I saw our cats doing that, but I don't mean to go off topic. It's just interesting, right? Yeah. And anyways, I just, people are going to be at different levels of maturity. I just want to, talk about that as, like, one thing I didn't notice until later when I started teaching. I started noticing that there's a lot of animal-looking aliens. And they're people, they're humanoid-looking. But with a typical animal appearance, like a cat. Excuse me, I'm getting hiccups or something. Like dolphin people. There's whale people. There's tortoise people. If there's cat people, there's definitely dog people. There's praying mantis people. I mean, come on. You can think of any animal. There's probably people that are first. What I meant is creation de-evolves. It doesn't evolve. It de-evolves, but when you go through ascension, you're reclaiming your your original. So, what you see as a cat is actually a small, tiny 2-strand version of a 48-strand Lyran Anunnaki. So, you see what 48 strands can do? 30 to 48 strands. And then you see what a 2-strand does. It still has the appearance, but it's totally different. It's not upright and talking, or able to travel through dimensions, or a Stargate, or a UFO or whatever. It has only 2 strands. What are you expect of a 2-strand? Okay, if we know that there's an extraterrestrial praying mantis, well, the little insect only has 2 strands. But the praying mantis has 48 strands, called an Athean. You see, we have to reverse our logic. Birds, turtles, dogs, felines, giraffes, lions, they came up there and de-evolved to what we see here. Just like this is like humans are a de-evolution of what our original angelic human. We're a lower version of what our higher self, just like the kitty cats, our little poodles and chihuahuas and Great Danes, they're all versions of humanoids. The humanoid came first. That's the original version of your cat. Your original little kitty, Persian kitty or whatever kitty, it will evolve itself in its DNA pattern. It will go from a 2-strand to a 3-strand to a 4-strand, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if we're talking about Lyrans, that's... Okay, here's 12. Wait, I did it wrong. Here's 12. 48 would be like this. That's 48 strands. And your cat only has 2. Your cat has 2 strands, but the cat people have 48 strands. You see what the difference? And we're talking about a low level and a high level. Well, there's middle levels. It straightens out. It's connecting again. Someone got 1111. Yeah, it froze. It went back and forth. It's back to normal. Back to what I was saying, you guys. The Lyran cat people called Leonines. That's actually something you can search on Google. Leonines. They're more well known than Anunnaki. Nobody knows Anunnaki. I checked. The only thing that's going to talk about Anunnaki is these teachings. So, but plenty of people are aware of Anunnaki, but not Anunnaki. You see why it's forbidden knowledge, forbidden history. They don't want you knowing about the Anunnaki or the Lyran cat people because they want you to think you're coming from Anunnaki. That's why. They don't want you. They want to give you the narrative. They want to give you your identity. They want to give you your values. You see what I'm saying? Actunify. I've seen a cat stare into space very intently and on guard. I didn't see anything, but I'm in the same direction. Hair on my neck stood up and sent chills through my body. Well, there you go. Part of you is picking up. But the cat is designed to see things not just of the 3D frequency. No wonder the Egyptians considered cats sacred. It's different in different cultures. The Hindus worship cows. Well, so did the Egyptians too, though. You remember the, what's it called? I forgot. My mind just forgot it. As soon as I see it, what is the cow god? What is the Egyptian? Hathors. I thought of it before I searched it. Hathors. The Hathors are worshiping a cow. And I've heard Ashana talk about the Hathors, the cow people. Okay, so they're not just cow people though. They got a few different mixtures inside them. They're not just cows. Like in World of Warcraft, you have the Tauren. I never played a Tauren. I never wanted to be a cow. I had no problems being a druid though. A druid is a cat being. Why? I wonder why Anunnaki was selecting druids. I know why. And I never rolled as a bear. I wanted to roll as a cat, as a druid, because I liked being a cat. And when I think about it, and when you guys think about it, look at when you were a kid and a teenager. Remember we just heard South America all worshiping the jaguar? I had a freaking Black Panther poster on my wall. I only had one poster. It was a Black Panther poster. One of my early clues that I had some soul connection to these cat people. Like, not an obsession, but I always have liked cats. I love the cat characters. I love cat purring, cat meowing. Cats, and when they're so soft, and then they like to, play like this little flirting technique or something. And then girls have their eyes like cats. Like feline is like feminine. Feline, feminine. And look at the Egyptian queen, Cleopatra. Feline. Meow. So, girls have long nails. So, yeah, you guys. It doesn't mean you have to like cats to appreciate Lyran Starseeds, okay? We're just pointing things out when it comes to the connections and the symbolism and all that. I mean, of course you could be a dog person, okay? It also doesn't mean if you like cat, let's take that the other way. It doesn't mean if you like cats, you're a Lyran. This is why we talked about some of the traits. We talked about some of the traits, and then you can check if you think you're one of those. You know, if you add them all up, you're like, maybe I am a Lyran Starseed, right? So, I mean, there's all kinds of Starseeds, you guys, but just realize, once again, let's look at the Lyrans in the Voyager's books and pick up some of the stuff there. Like, we'll search for Anunnaki, but we'll also search for Lyran in Voyagers 2. Excuse me. Yeah. So let me pull that up. Because we are talking about these Lyran and Anunnaki, so let me put that in there. Because Anunnaki, 20 results. And this is part of what I said tonight. 950 billion years ago on planet Lyra Armentana in the Lyra star system. Okay? And I told you, explain how they're created by the blue flame Elohai. They're a Elohai Elohim. In other words, they're a blue flame feline, hominid, emerald order. What's up, homies? Density 4, that's that 12th dimensional level, Christos level, pre-matter. And so they actually would exist in dimensions, according to this, 10 through 12. Any level of density 4. So interesting. I didn't catch that. It's actually any of the avatar levels, Anunnaki, but they were seated on density 12 though. So yeah, that's true, you guys. We talked about this planet being destroyed, but it exists in dimension 10, dimension 11, and dimension 12. So part of Armentana still exists, you would say. I mean, you would say that in some time vectors, you could still go visit it, just like you can still go visit Egypt if you went through the right portal or Stargate, right? And this talks about how the Anunnaki was one of the strands that made up the Azarites. And this is, holy cow. So I was going through this period of time where I said, are these beings blue skin or not? Look, the Azarites definitely are blue skin, feline, avian, cetacean hominids, because they have some of the bird cat people, they have some of the bird people, and some of the whale people. Azarites are a freaking spiritual badasses, man. And they all have 48 strands. They don't show 30 to 48 like they did up here. But they were also used to create the Orpheum angel. That's our connection right there. We know the Orpheum created us, but the Orpheum themselves have the Anunnaki of Lyran Armentana in them. And I talked about all the guardians going to Sirius B. Sirius B is a big deal, you guys. Okay, so let's go down to look for more Anunnaki info. $570 million years ago. This is close to when we were created. They're talking about when they created this race, the Azarites. They were created before us. So let me go farther down. When they do this, it gets confusing to beginners, kind of like Emerald Order, Elohai, Elohim, Anunnaki, feline hominids. Wow, that's a mouthful. We just say Anunnaki or Lyrans. But mostly the results of searching Anunnaki is about when they made hybrids. Here is when they made the Ternesium human race, what has to do with the Anunnaki. We're part of it. Same with the bird people, and even which was Pleiadian, and some Azarite and all that. It talks about this in Voyagers, man. Our creation of our race. And I heard someone mention Lemuria. And that's true because the Lemurians lived on Mu, and it is the Mua race who actually were speaking Anunnaki language, man. In Lemuria, not actually Lemuria, it would be Mu, before Lemuria. It's one of the Christos, 5 Christos languages. Holy cow. First of 5 Christos languages. So the angelic human tribes are named after in the Anunnaki language. So Mua, remember Mua, Anunnaki language, which is basically saying Mua used the Anunnaki language. It originated from the 12th dimension, not from the angelic humans, okay? Lyran, Syrian, Anunnaki, that's what I was trying to explain. We're no longer just Lyrans. Now we're Lyran Syrians. We're combined now. We're now centrally located on Sirius B. Feline, hominid, Anunnaki, Leonine. Did I just mention Leonine, homies? What's up? The Leonine race is the one that the Sphinx is actually based on, but these races themselves came out of the feline Anunnaki. And they talk about the great white lion's heart, which is something to do with this, with these apian systems. That's a whole nother video. Yeah, there's the apian system. Lyran Syrian, we're the Lyran Syrian guardians, you guys, of Earth's D12 Christic blueprint. The powerful lion with a pure crested heart of a lamb. They're talking about the apian system, so you may not understand what they're saying, but wow, this is some information about 5.5 million years ago. Wait, I'm having trouble. I don't know why I can't zoom out. 5.5 million years ago. So, but this is something that you guys can look on your own. It's almost the end of the book there. So, but anyways, I thought that was interesting. And you could also look under Lyran, but you would get a hell of a lot more results if you looked under Lyran, I think. Let me double check that just real quick. Lyran. 16 results. Metaterrestrials. Lyran Gestalt D12. Why do they call them metaterrestrials? I don't know. Those are usually 13, 14, 15. Oh, the Lyran High Council. That I believe that's the highest council because the Lyrans are Anunnaki are the highest beings. The original Lyran Syrian Pleiadian Orifeme. 12 to 20 feet tall. You see, we're giants. The Orifeme were giants, up to 20 feet tall. I've made pictures of these beings. You can see them on my video. Lyran Syrian culture. I just wanted to show that. I don't need to keep on doing this. I just wanted to show you that we talk about the Lyrans. We talk about the heritage. We're the star system Lyra. We came from the Lyran star system. We're coming from a huge history line. That is our line. That is our heritage. This is what we identify with. Maybe we don't look cat people anymore, but it's in our DNA. Machiwa. Apparently, so is Azarites and Orifeme and other races. We're spiritual badasses. What's up? That's not from a space of ego. That's just realizing our true identities. I appreciate you, Robin Kirk. Thank you too, Holy One. Thought on physical training. Do you mean like working out? Is that what you mean, Tane? Write it in the comments. Oh, Mapia Maria. This is the Voyagers books. And I'll have Celine or one of our mini moderators share with you that book. It's for free. You just download it to your phone or to your computer. It's what you would call the Christos, a Christos book. It's the They're called Voyagers. And there's also a third book. And maybe she wants to call this Voyagers 3, but it's not really Voyagers 3. It's always been called Angelic Realities. And you can find this on PDF as well. I still haven't heard back from Tane Williams. If you're talking about physical training, I think that's important. I'm guilty of that myself. I should work out more. I just so busy on the computer all the time. But yeah, I think we should regularly do some yoga positions every day. That's just my idea, my own spiritual logic, and so it keeps you limber. Now, if you're talking about weightlifting, I guess you can do that. I don't see that as a problem. Why would it be a problem? The only weird thing about bodybuilding is you're literally accepting acidic condition, right? Because you're forced. You're going to be eating meat, and you're going through a burn. What is burn? It's burning. Is that a good thing? But if you want muscles, you have to tear down muscle. That's what it is. You tear down muscle to build up, to make it bigger the next time. And you keep on doing this tearing down of muscles and going through suffering of feeling burning. Okay, that's the only weird thing about it. But this is why yoga could still keep you fit without going through some morphing of muscles and stuff, right? But a lot of guys want that. I think there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be fit, to be able to run, to be able to be flexible. Those are all good things, and I encourage it, and I need to do that myself. If you guys look at my old pictures, I used to be in shape. Like, let me just show a modeling picture real quick. Like, I didn't always have gray hair. I didn't used to always have long hair. Let me see. Images. Photo shoots. The beach. Or the assassins. Oh, there was one. I told the photographer I wanted to shoot a scene with my girlfriend, kind of like the. Remember, you guys remember the old photo shoots of this perfume? Oh, cologne. Was it called Obsession? And so it was like black and white, and I wanted that. So let me find that. Shit. What was that called? That was the beach workshop. I mean, the beach. The beach, right? No. I was in my Speedo there, but what is it called? There's so many. There's too many of them. What? I thought it was called The Beach. Well, that's sad. But anyways, what about another one? Well, it's not a big deal. But here's a tennis one. I did a tennis workshop with a professional model. He was a model in Ukraine. I saw his billboard and everything, man, and I saw him in the mall, his picture. So this guy was actually a pro. I wasn't a pro. He was a pro. I'm just trying to answer this question, and I'm taking it too far, but I just wanted to show one. Wait. I don't even think I learned to play tennis, but I was doing tennis. Based on the photo shoot. So I didn't always look like an old gray-haired hippie. I had actual substance. I used to work out. So that's all I want to say. Anyways, that was another chapter of my life, but I know how to work out. I used to work out 4 times a week. There was a leg day. There was a shoulder day. There was a arm day. There was a back day. There was a cardio and a ab day. So yeah, I don't think I need to do that my whole full time, but I mean, to answer your question, it's just a personal preference. I think it's okay. Maybe you didn't even mean that question. I don't know. Thank you, Giannis. I mean Robin. I meant Robin, sorry. Yeah, I actually have a lot of nice photo shoots, like in suits or tuxedo, or like, let me just show the tuxedo one so it's not just like, what is that, right? I mean, there's one called the Opera House. Like, this is cool because I was actually at this opera house. I mean, I actually went in it, and it's like a famous place. If you look up Odessa, Ukraine, opera house, I was there, and so yeah, I did all kinds of suits and tuxedos and business shoots. Like, I did a lot of business shoots, but that's an actual opera house, and it's freaking amazing. Now I know why it's world famous. It was incredible. Oh, just part of the journeys in my life. But yeah. And anyways, you guys, I connect to Lyran Starseeds, and it's part of my mission. And it's not like so important what you are presenting to the world, what you are speaking, what you are thinking. That's what's important. You don't even have to get hung up on starseed traits to know that you're a guardian, to know that you're here to make a difference, to know that you're meant to awaken yourself, do your own ego work, shadow work, become a better version of yourself, and then help heal and improve the world. We want to make this planet, in the image we want together, a positive version of the planet. So bless all of you in your journey. And if somebody has a problem with you connecting to a Lyran extraterrestrial race, man, just don't let that bother you. Just put boundaries on those kind of people and those kind of relationships, those kind of conversations. Just don't have those. Okay? You stand in your Lyran pride. They're called lions. Are called pride for a reason. It's a group. It's a family. It's a conviction. Like those traits. You stand in it. You stand in your Lyran power. I am a Lyran. What are you going to say about it, right? Let me be a Lyran. I'm a Lyran. And that's what I'm going to talk and speak and carry myself in that way. We're here to help. So, we're not lambs. We're lions. We're not going to be treated like a lamb, a victim. We're going to defend ourselves, protect ourselves, and we know how. We are a heritage. We're a people. We're a tribe. We're a family of consciousness in the stars. The Lyra star system, now the Sirius star system. Okay? It was one of the human seedings where we aligned our planet with Sirius. Sirius. And so that became a big part of us, you guys. Our races started coming out of Sirius. So these Dogons, they're called Dogons, the African tribe I talked about in last live. They had that connection. They made that distinction that, hey, scientists, there's another system in Sirius. It's not just Sirius A. They had to have an, in their point of view, a primitive African tribe. Huh? How do you know that? How did you know that? And so all these people mocking me in my Lyran videos, well, hello, Sekhmet, Mafdet, the Peruvians, the ancient South Americans, they were following divine cat beings. You want to mock it all? You think it's a joke? I love you guys. Thank you for hanging with me. 111. That's an awesome number to finish this live on. I'm actually hungry. I don't have anything to eat. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to order something. When it's this late and you ran out of food, what am I going to do? Right? Order something, I guess. I don't want to, but... or fast. But every time I do a live, I'm extra hungry because I expended energy. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging with me and talking about Lyran Starseeds. Family, familia. How many of you have seen Lyrans? Okay? In meditation, in plant medicine, maybe you just saw them. There's different ways to connect. And you can have a life-changing moment. For me, that was life-changing. When I saw a ton of Lyrans, and the ones that I saw had blue skin, and they had dreadlocks. I don't know what's up with that. I guess that's a cat thing. They love their dreads. Now, I would love to get dreads, but man, that stuff is supposedly painful. And you got to deal with that pain all the time. I don't know. Well, I'm thinking of not dreadlocks, but weaves, hair weaves. Those. Usually, it's black. Americans who are doing that, or rappers or whatever. I heard that is painful. Maybe dreads are not as painful. But I would definitely want long gray or white dreads, platinum dreads. That would be freaking so amazing. Or a weave. If it wasn't painful, I would even wear a wig, but I don't want to wear fake hair. But there's real wigs, right? I mean, real hair wigs. Anyways, that's another topic. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Thank you to all my moderators. Sarah Holder, Celine, Little Alien, Indigo Wizard, Stardust Goddess. Thank you guys for watching chat. It doesn't look like there was too much trolling tonight. Thank you for all the people. I just want to say at the end of the live, if any of you want to support this work, please consider donating. You can do it right now or through my PayPal link below. Bless you for helping this channel. You could also support this work by becoming one of the members. This is how social media works. It's a two-way win-win situation. With your support, I can continue doing this full-time, and that's the only way I can do this full-time. Thank you guys for being part of that. You are part of that. Everything you said in chat is part of what other people are reading and studying and learning from. So bless you for being part of that, for holding space with us, for sharing your code and your energy. And to all the trolls, shame on you for trying to send out into the world polarization. We want to aim higher. Aim for your higher Lyran self. Because if you're human, all humans have a connection there. We were created by them. So peace to all of you guys. Thank you for all those who are members, all of the members in the house and who are not present tonight. But thank you guys for helping this channel survive and continue onward. Bless all of you. Please check out my videos. I make regular videos if you haven't noticed. I'm always experimenting with different formats. If you guys have ideas or suggestions, shoot them my way. I'm just trying to reach a lot of people, and you're always going to get some people attacking this information, and that's okay. We deal with it. We transmute it. It's not ruining our day. We're still having these get-togethers. We're going strong. So thank you guys so much for being positive and following with your conviction and standing strong in your light. Shine your light into the world. Send the Christos love, Christos love into the world. Unconditional love. Bless you guys and your journey and your healing and your connections. I miss you. I'm so grateful to have you guys. This would be so boring without you. Now it's exciting with all of you. I'm so happy, sincerely happy to hear you guys speaking and rapping Christos connections and codes, talking about equality and law of one, talking about the guardians, talking about the Emerald Order teachings, talking about it. That's frequency that you're sharing. It's frequency that we're doing as a group. It's not about Ashana. It's not about me. It's for all of us who are resonating with these inner Christ, inner God teachings. Thank you, HV. Bless you, sister. I'm so happy to have you with our team. And to all of you members, thank you, members. I got a question here? Zoto Zen. Yeah, you guys can share that with each other. I'm on TikTok, same name. All right, you guys. I'm hungry. I'll figure out what I'm going to eat. But bless you. Thank you guys for being here. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. It'll be a normal live, and we'll do some more interesting conversation. Peace to all of you. Grace, blessings, namaste. I'll see you guys on the flip-flop. Machiwa. Good night. Good night, sweethearts. Bless you.